Horse racing's top runners have converged on Oklahoma City for one of the sport's most prestigious race meetings. Early highlights are next on the Remington Park Update. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Keith Stahl-Voorhees for Raceview Network as we look back at some of the biggest moments so far in the spring race meeting at Remington Park. Starting with the $234,000 Oklahoma Derby. Number 10, Trace Crystals, was the public's third choice. He took last year's Oklahoma Futurity for owner Elizabeth Logan and went on to prevail in the $1.1 million Heritage Place Futurity. The 7, Apolitical Face, was the second choice at post time. Team members included here the reigning AQHA champion jockey and trainer James Flores and Heath Taylor. Lawless Wallace, the fastest qualifier and public's choice. The Eddie Willis Charge won the Los Alamitos $2 million Juvenile in December. Number 9, Lawless Wallace had Jimmy Brooks aboard in the Oklahoma Derby.
They're off in the Oklahoma Derby. Trace Crystals, a horrible start on the outside. Out sharply, Lawless Wallace. Here's Apolitical Face in proximity toward the rail coming on. AP Scout and Apolitical Eye. Proximity now. Puts the nose up front. Chased inside by AP Scout and Apolitical Eye. And outside, Lawless Wallace still there. Proximity finds more. Proximity in the Derby by half length.
The outsider, Proximity, gets his first career win in the Grade 2 Oklahoma Derby. Francisco Calderon in the irons for owner Dennis Dreyer and trainer Monty Arosa. Lawless Wallace and AP Scout ran second and third. Proximity is an Oklahoma-bred son of Moon and the Eagle and the FDD Dynasty mare, Conspicuous Dynasty. Final time for the 350 yards, 17.303, a 101 speed index. He's a Party Wagon went off the favorite in the Grade 2 East Tech Stakes. Last October, he took the Hobbs Stakes, a Grade 2 at Zia Park, followed by a third-place finish in the Grade 1 Refrigerator Invitational at Lone Star. Justine Klaber rode He's a Party Wagon for owner-trainer Juan Beza in the East Techs. A multiple stakes winner at Horseshoe Indianapolis, Head Patron entered the East Techs after winning his last 3 outings. Trained by Waylon Melton, Head Patron had Juan Polito in the irons for the East Techs.
They're off in the East Tech Stakes. Good start outside. Head Patron launches for the lead and has it easily early on. Now trying to make up ground, both Apolitical Payoff and Apolitical Gold coming on. He's a Party Wagon and Trace Coronas. Anybody's race with 150 to go, but Head Patron is starting to pull clear. Head Patron out by more than a length easily in the East Techs by 2.
Brent Barley's Head Patron makes it 4 in a row with his length-and-a-half win over Apolitical Payoff. He's a Party Wagon and Watch Out finished in a dead heat for third. A son of Zoomin' for Bucks and the special leader mare Dash Leader. Head Patron was bred in Missouri by John and Brant Barley. He stopped the clock at 17.418 seconds, good for a 96 speed index. Older fillies and mares took the stage in the Grade 2 Decada Stakes at 350 yards. With a late surge on the far outside, the 10-horse Longshot Sassolitical scores over Fabulous Rachel and She's a Freight Train T. Owned by Tyler Graham and Nia Graham, the 4-year-old is a Utah-bred daughter of Apolitical Jess. Sassolitical's final time in the Decada, 17.322 seconds, a 99 SI. The Remington Park Update on Raceview Network is sponsored by Oklahoma Quarter Horse Racing Association and by Remington Park Racing Casino. The sport's top paint and Appaloosa runners were recently featured in stakes events at Remington, including Live Wires Turnpike, who brought a 4-race win streak into the Grade 1 Speed Horse Graham Stakes. The Grade 1 Texas Hero Futurity was the last outing for this multiple APHA champion.
They're off in the Speed Horse Graham Paint Appaloosa Stakes. Quick start. BF Hannah's wagon jumps out to the lead. Now moving up near the rail. Saltwire coming on. Here comes Livewire's Turnpike kicking it in. Halfway home, and Livewire's Turnpike has the front and is just like that, pulling away easily. Livewire's Turnpike, stake winning machine, does it again.
Brian Hawk's Livewire's Turnpike adds another to the win column with his victory in the Speed Horse Graham Stakes. He's a son of CRM Livewire and the PYC Paint Your Wagon mare, Wagon on Turnpike, bred in Oklahoma by a Nolan Peavy House. An 8-time winner from 11 starts, Livewire's Turnpike has north of $147,000 in earnings. Running second in the Speed Horse Graham was Z-Bar's Livewire FS. Saltwire followed in third. Final time for Livewire's Turnpike in the Speed Horse Graham Stakes, 17.45 seconds. Virtual co-favorites in the Grade 1 Oklahoma Paint and Appaloosa Futurity. Number 3, Muddy Puddles, the fastest qualifier, ridden by Justine Klaber. And the 10-horse, Triple L Express, who had the third fastest time on trials night. Brian Candanosa in the irons.
They're off in the Oklahoma Paint Appaloosa Futurity. Good start from the rail for MT Ultimate Livewire. Out sharply middle of the gate. That is Whiskey and Rain, chased by V Golden Game. And Jay's Flying Chicken. Trying to come up now is just a Livewire. At the rail flying, here's MT Ultimate Livewire. Middle of the track, Whiskey and Rain. Whiskey and Rain by ahead.
Dunn Ranch's homebred filly, Whiskey and Rain, grabbed the lead early and managed to hold on for a neck victory in the Oklahoma Paint and Appaloosa Futurity. Monty Arosa, the winning trainer. MT Ultima Livewire ran second. JS Flying Chicken was third. The winners and Oklahoma bred by CRM Livewire out of Bailey's and Sunsets by Real Easy Catch. 15.278 seconds, Whiskey and Rain's final time in the Oklahoma Paint and Appaloosa Futurity.
Oklahoma Quarter Horse Racing Association encourages the breeding and ownership of Oklahoma-bred horses, promotes and protects racing opportunities in the state, and represents our members' interest at the state capitol. Learn more at oqhra.com.
The fastest qualifier and favorite for the $533,000 Oklahoma Futurity was Piano Man Sam. Bred and owned by Shelley Caldwell Goodnight, the gelding is trained by James Goodnight. Alonzo Rivera was aboard for the 300-yard test. Josefina Guzman's Holly's Cartel turned in the second fastest time on trials night. Javier Hernandez Gallardo, the jockey. The second choice at post time was PYC Legacy from the Wayland Mountain Training Stable, owned by Rito Sosa. PYC Legacy was ridden by Juan Pulido.
All in. They're off in the Oklahoma Futurity. Good start, Pearl Heart, Piano Man Sam, PYC Legacy from the rail. Cam's Relentless like a shot, subtly on the lead. Here comes Dash and Hawks right from the middle as well. Big finish coming up. Dash and Hawks going for the front with PYC Legacy and Pearl Heart. Dash and Hawks, PYC Legacy, photo on the line in the Oklahoma Futurity.
By a small nose, PYC Legacy takes the Oklahoma Futurity for owner Rito Sosa. The winners by PYC Fun and Fancy out of Issy's Legacy by Tail Gunner Tom. Bred in Oklahoma by Jonathan Shavira. PYC Legacy is trained by Wayland Mountain. Juan Pulido, the winning rider. And that does it for this edition of the Remington Park Update. Thanks for showing up. We're glad you did. I'm Keith Stallboris for Raceview Network.